Greetings and welcome to another video. Before we get into it, guys, an absolute insane amount of you watch but are not subscribed. Don't be shy, click that sub button and ride this wave with me. That being said, today I want to discuss a concept I've thought about this entire year, which summarizes how I see FIFA 20. As you can see from the title, I'm really going to go there. I'm going to show you guys why and how FIFA 20 is closer to basketball than it is football, at least from an offensive standpoint. Once you understand this, you might even get better at this game if that's what your heart desires. Because the less football IQ you use, the better you will be. There are effectively two reasons why this game can sometimes feel more like basketball and a basketball simulation than a football one. And like I hinted at, it has to do with offense, the best way to go about it, and generally how goals come by. Within the offense, it comes down to two reasons. Number one, ISO. Number two, backwards logic. Now, I'm no expert in basketball, baloncesto, or whatever you want to call it, but as far as I know, ISO is some sort of slang in basketball that refers to when you and the person guarding you are in a 1 versus 1. Essentially, even when you both have 4 teammates. You two are literally isolated with the other players virtually out the way. So basically, the guy with the ball is taking on the guy guarding him to get a basket, and that's that. If you like pain and are still playing Foot Champions in July, surely by now you will have noticed the possession rats that are playing for what is seemingly their life and how they hold the ball for ages around your box. I mean, seriously, they just go up and down for ages and never take any risk. And the reason for this is this game is all about getting into the central area, so they will literally do nothing but look for that. Once you're here in this area, you've got your opponent on the ropes, and this is where the so-called ISO in FIFA begins. When the ball gets in this area, this is where FIFA channels its inner basketball, because this is how the vast majority of goals are scored. Hoarding possession, getting the ball in this area, and going for the ISO play, drag back, scoop turn play to turn and shoot. Oh, but Stallion, it takes so much skill to be patient and then getting there and performing skills and dragbacks into a near post shot. Shut up. Go play Volta. No, but seriously, this ISO stuff is insane, and it's nothing like the second point, but before we get there, what makes ISO even worse? Well, while I have 50 Timmies in the comments not watching, not listening to the video and the points I make, but instead crying, "Oh, but Stallion, if it's so dangerous, why do you even let your opponent in that area?" Please, let's all enjoy this moment, this magic moment, and admire Timmy's positivity, thinking that you can somehow intercept a pass in this game. And yes, I know I messed up with Rio here, but that's clearly not the point. Even worse, like I mentioned in a previous video that explains exactly the reasoning behind why near post being so OP is fundamentally wrong and breaks the defensive logic and the whole game in general, the fact that near post is so overpowered makes this ISO even more meta, and frankly, broken. Like seriously, look here. I know that Timmy is salivating at this goal, but any sensible person playing Foot Champions in 10 seconds of delay can relate to the nightmare that would be marking Momenskreif in this situation in your box while he's drag backing, and despite all of these factors, you at least push him off to the side and force him to do a near post shot. But of course, FIFA 20 finishing dictates that shooting at the tight angle is better than the far post. Gotcha. And look, man, I'm not saying that the only goals that we should see are exclusively beautiful passing plays where you cut open your opponent's defense, but this ISO bullshit is all I see people play for these days, and it is the result of a game that allows near post finishing, that allows passing assistance, that punishes manual interceptions, has no offensive AI, and only lets you press your opponent if you flick on the team press switch, because we can't manually press with second man press. In a way though, ISO has always existed in previous game, all of these games that we all loved, but they existed, ISO existed in different forms. But the thing here is that this type of quote-unquote ISO wasn't all we had. It played out way better in the past because of other reasons, how the game used to be balanced and how everything and all the factors played in together. Nonetheless, we get it. ISO is one of the only ways to score in this game. However, on to number 2, my personal favorite, backwards logic. How does this make FIFA feel like basketball? This is pretty open-ended because I wanted to keep you guys guessing, thinking, what is backwards logic? What do you mean? But it's a good thing to show you guys, and it brings everything together in terms of what we have said about offensive AI and chance creation in FIFA 20. FIFA 20 is not a game where you can cut someone open. Not with a pass, and it's both because players literally just stare into the distance and rarely make good runs. Keyword good. Yeah, good runs. But even when you get the occasional movement, the through pass can often go straight to the keeper. We've pretty much well established in many videos that good passes get punished while bad ones get rewarded. So how else, other than playing for the ISO, do you get the ball into your striker, you say? Say it loud, say it proud, you play basketball. Now if you're thinking, Stallion, what in God's green earth are we doing watching NBA 2K gameplay? First and foremost, shout out to Hibidi, Max, and Ray. When your boy needed them most, they came up clutch with the exact basketball clips that I needed. But to fully understand the uncanny similarities in movements and logic offensively between FIFA and basketball, we must start here. Take a look at this guy. Deep in the key, court, whatever it's called, almost under the rim. He starts there, then runs to the outside, receives pass, shoots. Once again, deep in the key, runs to the outside, receives pass, shoots. Another one, deep in the key, runs to the outside, receives pass, shoots. Understand this logic and you will score a ton, except now we're talking about FIFA. And in FIFA, my friends, if you're on the edge of the box with your striker making a run in behind after your opponent misplaced his center back, don't you dare entertain the clean entry pass, for it will go to the keeper. Instead, acknowledge your teammate making a run in the box, ignore him, let him go off sides. Remember the basketball play and only feed him when he's running back away from the goal to let him make the jumper, shot. Do not reward the one clean run you get every 10 games. You are training bad habits, for it will go straight to the keeper. The channel is too obvious and you must be more creative. Go back to the basketball basics. Look at your teammate's run. Ignore him. Let him go off sides. Then and only when he runs back for the jumper, shot, damn it, feed him and shoot. If your opponent has had a nightmare and he's wide open, do not feed a teammate who is on sides and wide open, for it will just not work. It is too obvious. Instead, you must unleash your inner hooper. Find the man off sides and reward the backwards run away from goal for the jumper. Shot, not jumper. I really hope you've paid attention, because this will all allow you to transform your wrong, incorrect football instincts. Ignore the runs in behind, and finally you can start rewarding the runs that begin from an offsides position, away from goal, running towards you for the jumper. No shame anymore. We're straight up calling these jumpers. Embrace your inner basketball player, your inner hooper, for there is no other way. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it from me. I hope you enjoyed. This, my friends, is why FIFA is closer to basketball than it is football. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.